Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mrbrown here, and welcome back to the next episode of our Final Fantasy II Platinum Trophy run. In the previous episode, we took on the Cyclone and got the best weapon in the game, the Blood Sword, on Guy. And then in this video, we learned that we defeated the Emperor in the last video as well. The big boss has been causing us trouble throughout the entire game. And now we learned that Leon, the Dark Knight, has taken his place and that we need to go confront him in Castle Palamerica. But before then, we need to head back into Paul's house down here in Finn, and we see that Sid has taken up some ownership here in Paul's home. That cyclone did a number on me back in Paloom. My body isn't taken to the idea of moving around. Sid, I'm a mess, is what I am. But my airship made it through without a scratch. I want to lend it to you. That's a lend, you hear? I'll be wanting her back. You take good care of her. Sid, no, hold on. There goes another character. So we just learned that Sid is dead, but the airship is intact, and so now we need to go leave Finn, and we need to. So we're getting a little cutscene here on Paloom and the airship. And Paloom is completely destroyed, but the airship is intact, and that is where we are actually going to be heading. Looks like Gatria is kind of damaged as well, and we can't go in there. Looks like there a bunch of stuff just got destroyed by the cyclone, even Altair. But as well in this video, towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of tips and tricks on how to get the Magic Tactics Trophy and the Weapon Tactics Trophy. If you guys don't know what trophies are, those are getting a magic spell to level 16, as well as a weapon stat to level 16 as well. We'll be getting those towards the end of the video. I will show you guys the method I'm going to be using in between this video and the next, just so you guys don't have to watch me continuously grind that. I'll do it in between videos for the last episode. All right, so let's head up to Paloom and hop on in the airship. And we are going to be heading towards the southeastern part of the map, down by the Coliseum. If you remember the Coliseum, it's down in the bottom right of the map, that little orange dot. And we did notice this castle here at one point before. So we are going to be heading into the castle now. And this is going to be Castle Palamerica. So there are 17 chests in here. We started on level 16 for some reason. So you pretty much just want to go through here and then drop all the way back down to the first floor. So in there is going to be one chest. Turn on the entries as well. And here there is a diamond circlet. I'm pretty sure this armor is really good. It might be the top in the game. I'm not for sure. All right, that guy is taken down. Let's head through this bottom door here into nothing and another battle. So these are some death flowers. We already have them. I'm not really too worried about them here. They may poison us or confusion us, it looks like. That'd be good. Ooh, I just thought about this. If Guy gets confused with the blood sword, we can actually test out the damage on the sword. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That would suck. If you guys were curious on the math of that, person gonna kill himself. Let's go ahead and heal up. And I realize I've been doing Furion's magic spell wrong. We should have been leveling them up individually. We actually get more levels per uses, not just using it. So that is my mistake throughout most of the last few episodes. I've been doing it on everyone, which we should have been doing it individually. That's where you get the more levels. So here is an entry right here. The Stone Golem is someone that we have not had before. We have the Vampire Girls from the last dungeon. If we remember, we actually do not want to attack the Vampire Girls with Guy because the Blood Sword does heal. It does heal them. But thankfully, we took him out before that. He got a chance to do that. All right, here is another entry here. We already have the Devil's Bloom. The Skull is one that we have not seen before. So that one is a good pickup there. Pretty easy to take out. And in the bottom chest, there is just some garlic. We have two pathways we can take. Let's take the one back right here behind us and head up to the second floor. On this floor, it looks like there are two chests on this floor, and I have it wrong in my notes. So we need to, let's actually go back and go through this top room first, just because it'll get us that one chest here, which has an hourglass in it. And then we'll head back through this one here. There is a bestiary entry in here, so I'm going to have our attacks on. So here it is, actually. The Black Knight is the one that we are looking for. We got the Wood Golem in the last dungeon as well. Pretty easy. They're kind of like the Royal Guards from the last video. You shouldn't really be struggling. I feel like you shouldn't really be struggling at this point in the game, especially if you have a lot of health. Ooh, that's a new bow. It is better than what we have. That is good. Looks like there's a chest on the top and the bottom, and then another room. In the bottom chest, there is an ether, which we can't hold anymore. I did buy a bunch more ethers before at the end of the last video, so we are fully stocked up on that, and we will be using a ton of them come the grind section of this video towards the end. Dang, 7 hits on that bow. 700 damage, that is sick. Grab this chest, which has a buckler in it. I actually don't know what the buckler is. Is it a sword? Is it shield? All right, these are the only 2 chests on here. I did miss an entry on the first floor, so I'm hoping we just run into it as we're going through this dungeon here. Looks like if you did miss any entries in the last dungeon, a lot of them are in this one, so that is kind of good. Oh, another rune axe. That rune axe is really good. Card's gonna die to that poison in a second. Take it out. He has 3 HP. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get Furion in here to heal everyone up. We'll get an antidote going. Go. All right, on to the 3rd floor. There is 1 chest in here, and we already have the entry from here, which is the skull. Yikes, 1,000. Oh, yikes, that did a lot of damage. Both of those did a lot of damage. Yikes, Maria took some hits. Diamond helmet and diamond gloves? Geez, we're risking all the good stuff. All right, in this bottom chest, there are some monsters, which is the Imperial Shadow, which looks like the Emperor, which is actually what I was looking for on the 1st floor. So that's kind of good. And I didn't actually heal for this fight, so I'm hoping it doesn't take too awful long. That is good. It's where I'd have to go back and grind for that one. Ooh, we just healed it for 2,900. That is no good. So let's get this poison off of these guys, and we just need to start using magic. I should really level up the flare tome. We also have the ultimate magic as well that I haven't actually used, so we may have to look into that. I think Furion has that one. I just now remembered it. So now he's cursed. So let's actually try it. It says it casts a lot of damage. Let's actually in the flare tomes it's not leveled up. I don't know. I don't think we'll use it. We'll need it. I'm actually gonna take this off. Even fire doesn't do a ton of damage. 144, it's not bad. Curse 8. Let's just get the curses off. There we go. No biggie. Alright, in this chest there is a thunder spear. Let's go ahead and put that on the dragoon. Then we'll clean up these gears. And that is all the chests for this floor here. And we are caught up on the bestiary entries. That Imperial Shadow should be on the 1st floor as well, according to my notes. But if you can't find it on that 1st floor, it is in that chest by default, so that is good. Now we need to head to the 5th floor, which is on the bottom right. All right, on the 4th floor here, there is 5 treasure chests in here. Here is one of them. It's Saint's Spirit, and then here is one Sleep Grass, and then I believe there is a room down here that has the other 3 in it as well. We'll go ahead and grab these ones: a healing staff, a mage's staff, and then a wizard staff. Bunch of staves in here. Bow is still the best weapon for her. Glad we're keeping the thunder. I hope that healing staff doesn't actually heal the enemy. If it does, that would be kind of annoying. I'm assuming it won't, but we just have to wait and see. All right, so the 5th floor. There are no chests in here, but there are 2 ways up. I imagine the 2nd way is going to be the way we want to go. Maybe not here. There's 1 chest on this floor and a bestiary entry that we need to get. The general and the captain are not the 2 I want. So we'll take them out. Hopefully, let's test out this healing staff here. See if it actually heals. If they don't, he's using a cross. Oopsies. Well, that's not going to do anything. Okay, well, maybe next turn. All right, let's grab this chest, which has the monsters that we are looking for. These guys are the next entry here. Leopard looking guys. So let's go ahead and use some magic here. Hopefully take him out quicker. Understab, that looks cool. Well, they just killed him. That's not cool. Said it's not good. We might get a game over here. This is not good. Oh, that is really not good. Yikes, we're going to get a game over here. We need to heal. Really bad. They're just going to keep killing her. Good thing Guy has a ton of health. If Furion would wake up anytime, that'd be great. I think we just need to throw an elixir on her. Because Regard's not going to be any help. We just need to keep her. It one-shot him! Don't do it again. Please, don't do it again. We're cooked. It just one-shot our whole team. What the hell? Well, at least it didn't spawn us too far away. I'm definitely going to be healing going into this chest, as I just didn't heal. So we need to take out these guys ASAP Rocky. Because if they're just going to one-shot us, that's not going to happen. No way, Jose. The healing staff does not work. That's not good. Just brute force. Get him out of here. Holy cow. I can't believe that that was like that. Sunblade, that better be the best sword in the freaking game. It is good, actually. The defender is good, too. but I like the blood sword. I figured if we ever had the blood sword to use against us, we would be cooked. And I was right. We're not gonna use that anymore. I don't think that staff does anything, personally. All right, let's go up to this next floor. That was the last entry that we needed. That is the last entry in this dungeon. And we need 5 more chests, which we'll get 3 of them on the 7th floor here. I'm assuming through that door, there'll be some. Here is 3 more, an elixir, and then an elixir. Cool. So the elixirs that we just used are good. All right, so now we need 2 more. We need to head down. We don't need to go down. We need to go up. So we can't get anywhere from here. So we have to go backtrack. Did a little bit of backtracking. So if you are on the 5th floor, you can go up through this little side over here. And it should put you in the opposite direction of where you need to be, which will allow you to get to that other section of that 8th floor. All right. So there's 2 more chests left, but they are both over in that far left side. There is no more bestiary entries on here, according to my notes. So hopefully I didn't miss any. So Hellfire and the Wind Flute. Is the Hellfire a weapon? No, that stinks. Did that say Sun Tome? Done. I'll just put them on. Why not? All right. So this must be the boss room here. So let's do some healing up if we need to. All right, we are good to go. Let's get Ether's going here and get him fully back up to max. So that is all 17 chests in the castle Palamerica, and then this must be Leon. I expected you'd come, Furion. Do you really think you can kill me? Stop, both of you. Why do you insist on fighting, Leon? Weak words from the weak. Do you know what rules the world? Power, sheer power. The imperial throne is mine. The weak cannot survive without the strong to control them. How many lives did the rebels throw away when they chose to oppose the empire? Who is that? Delusions of gardeners do not become you, Leon. Though I find the thought of you as emperor quite, let's say, delicious. Absurd, it ends now. This world can have but one emperor, and I am he. That must be the final boss, is what I'm assuming. You are alive? What are you? Not that it matters. The empire is mine now, and I have no intention of handing it over. The empire? Ha! I have no need for such trifles now. All the world shall fall by my hand and the power I gained in hell. And your blood will be the first to spill. No, no thanks. Not interested, thanks. Call the wyvern, you can use it to escape. Ricard, what are you doing? You may have a little trouble spilling the blood of Ricard Highwind, last of the Dragoon. Pathetic insect, I will enjoy making you rule these words. May the spirits of the Dragoon lend me their strength. Ricard! He's about to get flattened. And I lost all of his gear. I didn't even think about that. Whoa, just getting swallowed. Furion, what happened? You are the Dark Knight. You best start explaining. The Emperor has risen from hell. Ricard died so we could escape. Joseph, Minu, Sid, Ricard, all dead. I don't know how much more I could take. As long as the Empire lives, more will die. Leon. Princess? Let Leon join us, please. The Dark Knight? A rebel? I leave that decision to you. Leon, let's fight the Emperor together, please. Maria? Furion? Alright. This guy just gets the shaft every single time, I swear. They never include him. Like, he said Furion Maria. What about Guy? Bro's just sitting there, just chilling. Alright, so we have Flood Offensive. Past allies join the rebel army. Alright, so we got Leon, who doesn't have any health either. And he has the same weapons as Regard did. So that's cool. Let's get those in there. Alright. So we need to let's go back up and talk to Hilda. Once the monsters of hell poured forth into the world, they entered using a path known as the Jade Passage. Let's learn Jade Passage, and then let's ask about it. I've heard there is a place in my city known by that name. Alright, so that is all that we needed. Memory Lane. Learned all passwords. We're just knocking out the trophies in this episode. Alright, so the next objective, if you guys do need to rest up or sleep or buy anything, now would be the time once we get through this little cutscene here. So more than likely in Mycidia, where are we going? Oh, that must be where the passage is. All right, so the next stop is we're going to be flying back to Castle Dice, and we need to talk to Mom or the green-haired lady that is up there because we have something that we need to talk to her about. So let's go ahead and land up here. Now that we have the airship, we can pretty much fly anywhere really easily. Let's go ahead and come down here and talk to her. And we're just going to ask her, Ricard's gone, too, then. He was a noble dragoon. I'm sure he will be pleased that he could die in the name of honor. So we need to ask her about dragoons. I think we'll leave Dice behind and find a new place to live. There are too many painful memories within these walls. Oh, I meant to thank you for saving the Wyram egg and for giving me the chance to see your guard one last time. That's why I want you to have this. It was the most treasured possession of the Dragoons of Dees. Excalibur. When a card's gone, you should be the one to wield this sword. We obtained Excalibur. And then the Sword of Myth is obtained Excalibur. So this is the next best weapon in the game alongside the Blood Sword. Even though stat-wise it's not, but the Blood Sword is very good. So we will definitely be holding on to that as well. So now we need to head to the southern part of the map and to the desert and collect a couple more bestiary entries. So we need to come down here by the Coliseum, I believe is where it is, southwest. So this is pretty much where we need to be down in here. Land the airship here, and we're looking for 2 bestiary entries down here that we can get. Here is one of them. The Scissor Jaw is one that we do need. Shouldn't be too hard. 1200 damage, and then 0. All right. So that is one of them completed. So that healing staff has to go because it definitely does heal the enemies, and we cannot be having that. That is a no-no, Leon. How about you go ahead and use the Thunder Spear or the Defender? Either one, I don't really care. Actually, what stats are higher on you? Sword. So you're gonna be using the sword. Definitely won't be the freaking healing staff because we don't want you healing the enemy. All right, and here is the last entry that I was looking for in the desert, which is the Sandworm. Earthquake 10. Jeez, man. All right, that is pretty much all of the main objectives we are going to go through in this video. But now I'm going to show you the couple tips that I was talking about to get the Magic Tactics trophy as well as the Weapon Tactics trophy. So what you want to do is fly back to the Mysidian Tower and go into Mysidian Tower, and we're just going to go through from the middle up top. And then what we want to do is just pretty much just want to continue upwards into the leveling floors until you get to the room with the lava in it. And pretty much what you want to do is pretty much just walk back and forth and then just take 1 tick of damage and then use Furion and just spam cure as much as possible. So you want to take 1 step, take 1 tick of damage, go back and use cure on everyone again. So we're getting 4 uses per time. And it doesn't have to be in the Mysidian Temple or the tower, not temple, but it could be anywhere where there is a little bit of lava on the floor, or you could even do it while your party is poisoned as well. It would work as well. And we are already about to be level 12 with it. You pretty much just want to do that until you are level 16 and get that trophy. But once you get to level 15, don't go all the way to level 16, or you're going to have to go all the way through 16 to get the trophy. You have to use Cure in battle and level it up through battle so you can get the trophy. So remember that when you're grinding that section, to do it up until that point, and then you should be good. So now what you want to do is fly over to, and we are working on. Why is he so weak? We are working on the weapon tactics as well. So now what you want to do is whoever you've been using throughout the game with a higher sword stat, which mine has been Guy, you want to find 2 of your weaker weapons from way earlier on in the game. So 2 long swords per se, and you want to equip them on him. And then you want to just pretty much walk around up here up by Solomon, up in the middle northern part of the map. And what you're looking for entry, so you have to make sure that's turned on. You're looking for any enemies you're really wanting the bighorns. So I'm going to take out these 2 guys and just leave the 1 guy. That's so it's a bit more manageable, which will probably end up finishing off this battle anyways. But you're really looking for the bighorn enemy. And then once you find that one, that is where you will be golden. I guess we can go ahead and ride it with this one. So pretty much what you want to do is have everyone defend and then just have Guy attack. And since he's using lower leveled weapons, it's going to take a lot longer for the battle to end, which will give Guy more chances to attack, which will level up his sword set. So the reason for using lower level weapons is so that you're not killing the enemies as quickly. Obviously, these enemies are dying a lot quicker, but you're really looking for the big horn. Once you have the big horn, and you find the big horn guy, it takes quite a while to finish the battle. And I know the big horn guy is in other locations as well, but this is just the spot that he's most common in, or he should be most common in. And this is another chance for you to upgrade your weapon stat as well, or your cure stat as you are going along as well. That battle ended because Furion ran out of MP, but you guys get the idea. And then you pretty much just want to do that until Guy is level 16, and then that you get the trophy. But other than that, that is going to do it for this episode of Final Fantasy II Platinum Run. In the next video will be the finale of the series. We will be finishing up the game in the next video. So if you guys are excited for that, please stick around, and it will be up shortly within a day or so. Thanks so much for watching. If you are enjoying the series, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for more. And straight after this game, we'll be heading into Final Fantasy III, and we will be going for the Platinum Trophy in that game, which I am excited for because Final Fantasy III adds a lot more abilities and playability to the game with over 22 different jobs that we can use and play with. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys stick around for that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.